Bitch credits for the Wu family. They were cool and they won everything. Doo-ba-doo-doo. And now they're drawn on this fucking wall. That's right, bitches. And so then they had this giant old motherfucker come with a giant bull's head to fuck them up. Oh yeah. And then Tenchi-Chi-Ba-Dee-Ba-Dee came, and then the guy that looked like a woman, and then they made out for 5 hours. And then for some reason they wrote him on the wall too. And so then Shan Quan Zhan, Emilio Estevez decided to go to war instead of surrender. And then the sister and Sugar Tits had a lesbian scene. And then the guy that looks like Blanca took his shirt off and jiggled his bells. Yes. And the guy that looks like fucking Lee from fucking Tekken came out. And he's on the wall for some reason. And then the gender ambiguous warrior came out and hugged his fucking old man. Yes. And then he proposed an idea, a revolutionary one, and everyone laughed at him and called him a small Bieber lookalike. But it was Emilio Estevez who gave him power over the battle, and therefore his picture's also on the wall. Yes. And so Emilio Estevez looked over the landside and said, "Holy shit, I just realized I'm winning, just like my brother did." Sugar Tits grabbed my hand, and then Dolby Digital gave a plug, and then it was written on the wall, the end of the rules. And then a sandstorm came and destroyed everything. The story of Shooby-Dooby-Doo, it's Liu Bei. And he came with 2 fucking swords. And he hugged all the people with very odd hairdos, and holy shit, this guy needs to shave. My sword is green, that's why it's cool, take that shit. Slow motion. Epic. We are the 3 brothers, sworn brothers, and of course we're all going to die, so write our picture on the wall. And then we met Doc Brown, and he took us back in time. Wait, that's a different game. And then we met a guy with a giant feather duster and a cool Fu Manchu beard. And so we drew his picture on the wall. Yes. And then Raiden with tuberculosis and a guy who can't speak English. We threw people in the air. It was amazing, yes. And I attacked people from behind and stopped Liu Bei from being a douche. And I was the White Ranger. White Tiger power. And then Scott Baio made a cameo appearance. But he died in 5 minutes, so it didn't matter. And then we put a really funky hat on top of this kid's head. And then the man with the feather duster had an apprentice. The Tactician's Apprentice. And they made a movie about it, and it bombed at the box office. Yes. And then finally, Liu Bei had enough of that shit. So he chopped his chair and said, "Fuck this, I wanted a recliner anyway." And then Liu Bei dramatically died like everyone else in the game. And then Yebis had a promo. Dolby Digital got another plug. And then he yelled at Mufasa in the sky. The story of the Shu Dynasty. Hakuna Matata. Yes. Alright, this is it. The recap of the Way story. in Chiggy Ching Chow Chow with his amazing mustache and hair. And good old One Eye. And good old Dead Eye. And then he jumps on his horse and crushes his testicles. But it's okay, because he is Cao Cao, man of iron testicles. And then later, he told him to come on, come on. And he said, okay. And he did. And he became a bodyguard for Xiao Xiao. And then he became bosom buddies with the guy with the biggest bosom in the country. Shooby Shoo Shoo. The strange chibi dude. Who just looked like an overgrown baby and later died from a Twinkie being stuck in his throat. That's why he disappeared from the story. And then the strategist, whatever his name was, laid out 10 bad strategies. And the son said, fuck you. We need to actually win a battle for once. And Cao Cao said, son, just mash X, X, Y, Y, and you will win. And so it was done. And then, in the 11th hour, it would be the gender-ambiguous Vega who would dance and prance along with the Archer dude. They dance and prance to victory together, yes. And then Tommy Two Axes came out and he spun in a circle and defeated all of the Shu warriors with one blow. And then he also disappeared from the story for some reason. Very strange. And so then, good old One Eye said, I will set out to defeat that big fucking guy with the biggest ZZ Top beard. And they had an epic duel that lasted 2 seconds. And it was good old One Eye who would win. And so then Cao Cao died. His son motorboated his wife's titties. And Suma Yi gave a sinister look to close the story. And that is the story of Wei. The Way of Wei. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Dun 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 dun. Suma Yi has tried to usurp the throne. And now, the final ending of Dynasty Warrior 7. Why this wall is still blank after it's been painted 3 times, I have no idea, but here we go. Suma Yi and his cone head helmet, and his 2 sons. One of which was a lazy RVD guy, and the other one was just a prick. And so he said, we will destroy everything that has been built up in the past 16 hours of gameplay. We must erase everything that has been done. And so, he threw a sword to his son when he died, and his son said, I have the world's dumbest little crown on my head, but I like the writing on this sword. And then some guy with a giant sword attacked him. And then someone pulled out a gun. He said, no, we don't shoot guns here in China. That's not allowed. You brought a gun to a sword fight, you fucking dick. How dare you? And so he pulled out the gun anyway and blew his fucking head off. Yes. Actually, someone got chopped in the face. And so he became Two-Face. And then he threw the sword to his brother and said, RVD, the country's up to you now. And RVD said, fuck this, it's 420, let's go smoke. And then he macked it to the blonde chick with big boobies. And then her hair turned brunette on the wall for some reason. Yes. And then this guy talked and his voice was out of sync. And then he got attacked from behind by the traitor who dressed like a fucking flaming phoenix with the feather duster, the French tickler. And then the man with the world's largest toothpick said, we must race for the end of the game because it was too fucking long. And the other guy said, well, fuck you, I'll get there first. And then he was attacked by the Emperor of Wu. And he said, fuck this shit, I've had enough. No more 420, time for me to chop people up with this big ass fucking sword that's been laying around. And then this guy said, oh god, not again. And so the kingdoms were united, and they all saluted, and the three emperors crossed their dicks on a big, epic ending. And Speed Tree got top billing at the end of the game. And that was the end of the Jin Dynasty story. And they all died from inhalation of sawdust. The end.